Hello, friends. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to get through this stream as fast as I possibly can, and the only reason for that is I've never had my computer kick into recovery mode ever before, and I've owned this thing for 2 years. um, so I'm kind of concerned to know what's going on with my PC. So there's bad news, good news. This is why you incessantly save. Now, on the flip side, you can't save. There's no way for me to save it mid game, like mid game in OTP. So, unfortunately, we have to basically watch that game over. However, what we are going to do in the interest of fairness, I am going to cancel the prediction, which I already did actually. And we're going to redo the prediction. Now, if OTP ever has a function where it can automatically save like mid game like that, so like if this were to ever happen again, we can go back to literally the moment that it happened. That would be great. If there is a way for that to even happen, I'm all ears. Let me know. I'm all for feedback. I love feedback, but this is one of those situations. There's nothing I could. I was just as stunned as you all were because my one monitor went black, and then all my monitors went black. So yeah, I'm supposed to be the one in recovery mode. I ate too much, not my PC. Um, so yeah, I'm really sorry. I mean, that was a very exciting game. Could have seen a lot of things happening in that one, but I'm just as disappointed as a lot of you all are right now. But we're gonna have to move forward. There's nothing we can do about it. Now, thankfully, we don't have to redo like 3 days of this prospect league, which could mess up the standings and make a lot more people upset. So thankfully, this is why I incessantly save in that sense. So really the only thing we lost out on is possibly free baseball. Um and we had one home run as well, I believe. At least in the stream game. I wasn't keep track of East and North. I know some of y'all in chat were pointing out home runs that was going on in the East North matchup on the out of town. But everybody got their points back from that prediction. I did cancel that, so y'all should have gotten those points back if you want to try to re-wager. Um, I don't know what OOTP has in store for us in this game, um, but in the interest of time, um, consider I just did play-by-play in most of this game. I'm probably not going to do play-by-play on the second go around, but we'll keep our eyes out. Also, yes, thank you for point. Yeah, I do want to make this very clear. Actually, before I start this, re- redo this game. Um, for those who don't know, this is not attached to the like main PBE file. This is completely separate file. Um, the whole point of Prospect League is just for y'all to see your player in action because this is a time where you know we got playoffs this week, off season next week. There's a bit of a lull. This does not affect. This has no bearings whatsoever on like draft stock, and this comes from GM in the minor leagues, who's going to be drafting some of y'all, hopefully. Um, but like this has no bearing on any of that. And also, I'd like to point out we are very early on in Prospect League still. This is only stream. I think we got like 5 or 6 more streams of Prospect League to go. We're not even halfway through the season. So there's plenty that can happen. There's plenty that can happen. But I could consider you all lucky. My player did not have a chance to be in the prospect league. Um, I joined late. I joined too late. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to enjoy playing in prospect league, but you all do. So y'all get to bask in it, and you get free baseball twice. I mean, we had free baseball in this one already. So you get even more free fake baseball, this of the non-extra inning variety. Um, but I will give y'all 30 more seconds on that prediction. And then we'll close that up and we'll get back into this. because we do have 4 games total to stream. I'm gonna have to look at it on something else because I'm very hesitant to have anything open on my PC at the moment. Thankfully, I have my MacBook next to me so I can see y'all in a Twitch chat. Um, and so I don't even have my sticky notes open. That's how scared I am. I'm being completely honest when I say I've never had that happen to me before on this PC. And I mean, I have a pretty, it's not, it was not a cheap PC by any means. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned. Um, but that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get on into it. We're gonna we're gonna change it up a little bit. I know I'm not gonna do play with play on this. I was planning on doing this for most of the stream anyway, but I guess I'm gonna do it now again. Um, ask the booth. Ask the booth. It's gonna most of the stream. It's just gonna be straight up ask the booth if you want to. If I can't answer the question for because I know it's gonna get me in some sort of trouble, I'll straight up tell you. Um, but yeah, we're gonna do mostly ask the booth. Because I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover. So I should look to see what y'all are. Okay, so Fetty, you're kind of right. You're half right. So to be clear, everybody gets drafted regardless. Like I think the only way you would maybe not get drafted is if you get banned from the league. Um, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you've already created enough to even be in the prospect league, and that's enough to create a player in PBE. So everybody gets drafted no matter what. So nobody has to worry about that. Um, it's just one other thing to kind of keep in mind on that. I know we talked earlier about how draft stock doesn't really like what you see on the screen tonight does not affect anything, has nothing to do with draft stock. Um, however, I will tell you, um, enjoy scouting. I know some teams have not quite started yet. Um, I know we try to do scouting as it's just a conversation, really. I don't even like using the word scouting, if I'm being quite honest. It's just we just like to get to know you. Um, a lot of things that we really want to know is what vision you have for your player. Like, what do you want to have happen? As I believe McDowell just hit a dinger, so a 3-run home run for the South. So I mean, we get a dinger. So we still get a dinger in this game. Um, but yeah, and also like we want to know like what because usually when people make a player, they have a vision. They have stuff that they want to try to accomplish, and we want to know those things because we want to make sure we try to get you to where you want to be. Also, minor leagues is we look at it as more of making sure, especially if you're a new player, like a new player to the PB, um, how to update, like the basic fundamentals. So that way, when you get promoted to the big leagues, you're good. All you gotta do is listen to your GM in the big leagues, and whatever they want you to do, with like your build per se. Fetty, Fetty is recruiting early. That's my observation of the night. He is recruiting early, unabashedly early, and I'm here for it. Even though it's not for my team, but I'm here for it. But yeah, friends, it's ask the booth, and it doesn't even have to be asking me. It doesn't even have to be about me. It could just be general questions. Oh, so yes. So we do have different affiliate. So I only do PB, so I'm not the best when it comes to knowledge on affiliates. Um, now I know there is. In fact, hold on. I can share links. Hang on. Let me find that link. Give me a second. Imma get you the answers, or at least I'm gonna try. Now, affiliates you wouldn't technically be able to use until I believe next season, just because it's part of the PT and you all can't do the PT yet. Not it's not until next season, but SHL it would have to do with the main PT. But yes, you do get so SHL, ISFL, and VHL are the affiliated leagues for PT. So yeah, definitely take advantage of those affiliations if you have them. I know a lot of people are in multiple sim leagues, and that saves a lot of time and allows you to have more time to have fun. VHL is Victory Hockey League, or were you saying that more in the sense of like, wait, VHL is an affiliate? So when you say in a good way, I know this is ask the booth to me, but I feel like now it's more of the booth asking. Um, yes, VHL is an affiliate. Um, yes. Oh, wonderful. Oh, great. Yeah. See, there you go. Save you some time. Um, get some of that free TP. Now, what I want to know, Fetty, when you say Yankees and the DM, and when you say in a good way, like actually, never mind. You didn't answer that. Never mind. I don't know how to read. You answer in the next thing. I wanted to make sure it was talking about hating the Yankees because I'm a baseball fan where people come up to me like Yankees or Red Sox. I am neither. I am neither. I like to hate them both. Although there's not been much to hate for the Red Sox. I haven't had much to be like, eh. Whereas whereas the Yankees, I have lots of that. Lots of man. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm not a Blue Jay. I'm a Phillies fan, so as you can probably tell on the opening screen, I make it kind of obvious. But um, man, the Blue Jays are fun. They have one of the like man, Bo Bichette's one of my favorite players in the league. Love me. I just see. I love anybody whose name's Bo. Really, but but yeah. So Jays are fun. Or I could not believe how good the Orioles were this year. I could not believe how good the Orioles were. Um, I noticed that. I noticed that. I knew that. I knew that. Mysterious fish. I saw that and I appreciated that. That was one of the things when I was going through rushing, getting everybody in the file. That was one thing I saw. I was like, oh yeah, that's great. And also to point out, in case you were not around when I was, because oh, Jethro. Actually, no, it was Cole Pitts that had the home run in the last game, but West get a home run. Um, but this time it's Gibbs hitting the home run instead. So the 9 hitter instead of the 8 hitter. But because I know for McFish the weight was supposed to be, I think it was like 100,000 pounds or like or 1,000,000 pounds, one of those. Um, oh, there we go. Um, so the maximum weight in OOTP, as Wes are trying to make this interesting, they get another run across. Jose bringing in a run on a double. So it's 5-2. Um, the maximum weight in OOTP ended up being 32,766 pounds. Why such a weird number? I have no idea. Um, the funny part is when I tried to do that, 1 million. I knew it was way more than what OTP had. I just don't remember off the top of my head how many zeros there were. But personally, I really wanted to try. I was like, I want to know what happens. So I tried 3 times and, it changed it saved it as 32,766, but it kept changing the actual weight on the player card to, like, all these different numbers. So, at that point, I had to give up, but I was really curious, so I just thought that was another funny thing to just point out real quick. Whose jersey are we burning people? Oh, jeez. This feels like PBE After Dark at this point with some of y'all up in chat. Too 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 bad Enoch's not here. This would not be a true PBE After Dark stream without, Enoch. What's interesting, both games are still somewhat close. I mean, we've got 5-2 here heading to the bottom of the 8th, and then the out-of-town scoreboard east and the north, it's 4-1. Now, let's I mean, can we hit on the other New York team? I mean, instead of the Yankees as, Tesweegie, welcome on in, friends. We got a raid. We have a raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Appreciate the raid to Sweegie. Hope the stream went well. I know it's midweek. I believe this is the Rockies stream on Wednesdays. I'm so out of touch. I'm so busy these days. But welcome on in, everybody. Um, this is the PBE. This is a completely volunteer ran league. This is kind of a different stream than what we usually do, as regular PBE is in the playoffs slash off season. So what we do during the playoffs slash off season is, as we gear up for the prospective minor league, major league drafts coming up, we have what's called the Prospect League, which is what we have on stream tonight. The prospect, these are all basically all the players whose names that do not have an asterisks next to them, which we have several on this game that you see on the screen here. A lot of these players are waiting to be drafted in, I believe, 2 weeks' time, if I remember correctly. There's still time to create a player. There's still time to join on into our league, which we have which thankfully Nightbot beat me to it. We have a YouTube video that shows you how to create a player. I do recommend joining the Discord, which there it is. Haha. Join the Discord. That will get you to where you need to be as well, to help you all out. But welcome on in, friends. Hope you all are having a good night. Appreciate the raid again to Sweet You. This is our first of 4 stream games tonight, as it looks like the South will pull out the win 5-3. North have the tying runner aboard in the bottom of the ninth with one out, down to the final out. So we'll have to wait till after this box score to see what ends up happening in that regard. But it'll be a 5-3 win for the South. In fact, let me go ahead and take care of that prediction before I forget. So you get your points back, Luigi. You get your points back. So South will get the win. And real quick, I am going to start the prediction for the next game that we'll be watching, because I know I don't have any mods on tonight, which is totally fine. I got it. I got it covered. West versus the North is going to be our next streamed game. So let me go ahead and get a prediction up for that. We'll do something a little bit different. Um, we'll do something different. Will the game be tied after the 4th inning? Will the game be tied after the 4th inning? Is going to be the prediction. We'll set for that long. That's fine. So yes, all 4 teams we'll be watching all 4 teams tonight. In fact, East will be the game after the next one we'll be watching. So East versus West will be the 3rd game of 4 games that we'll be watching. So we always stream at least 1 game for each team. So every stream you should at least be able to see your player at least 1 time. So yeah, don't worry, Mysterious Fish. We you will definitely have a chance to watch I McFish. I could promise you that. Um, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get through this box score real quick. McDowell had the home run for the South, as well as Jethro Gibbs. Zach Hartman looks like he got a double for the West, going 1 for 4. Grant Samdolf going 1 for 4 as well. Jean List getting an RBI. Catch going 2 for 3 with an RBI for the South. Hector Roca going 1 for 3, 2 runs scored as well for the South. Harris Rodriguez will get the win. Talion Solo the loss. Reed the hold and Smith the save. Harris Rodriguez will be player of the game. And we're gonna. That's not what I wanted. Save it so we don't have to go back again. So East do hold on to the 4-1 win over the North. Codberoo 1 for 5 with a run scored, that one hit being a double. And then for the North, Scotty Sterling 1 for 4. And Winton going 1 for 3 for the North. As we look at pitching, Nitro will get the win. Bakugo the loss. Jack Nitro will be player of the game. I'm going to just keep incessantly saving this whole stream. That's my plan, and I'm going to stick with it. Let's go ahead and go to scores here and finish the day. And we are heading into our next game. It's going to be West versus the North. Jimmy G on the bump for the West, trading footballs for baseballs, hoping his baseball career will be better than his football career. And Luther McIntosh for the North. Our first look at the North tonight, which has also Scotty Sterling, Winton, and Bradley Wellerman. But we do have that prediction up. Will the game be tied after the 4th inning? Will the game be tied after? So who went big on no? I mean, I see. Listen, if I wasn't the one doing the prediction, I would be value betting on yes. But I can't, because if I do, I wouldn't be able to pay out the prediction. So I hope somebody value bets yes in my honor, and maybe win some good points. Hey, there we go. Sometimes you gotta ask for it. Why do I feel like it's Fetty? I feel like it's Fetty. There, yeah, called it. All right, let's go ahead and get on. Let's go ahead and close the prediction before Fetty gets mad at me in case. Oh nope, I was too late. I was trying to help you out. I was like, you know what? Let me hurry up and close it so he gets the true value bet in. Oh man, let's go ahead. Now the prediction is closed. Let's go ahead, enter on into it. I'll do play by play on the last 2 games, so I get to call I McFish, and then the other game that I really want to watch is the final game, and there's a reason why. There's a method to my madness, and it ended up working out. But let's go ahead and get on into this. But we're doing mostly Ask the Booth tonight. For most of this Prospect League stream. We still have 2 more games after this one. Or I guess I should finish my thought. Um, should finish my thought real quick on what I was about to say, and then the game ended already. But if we're gonna hate on a New York team, can we also hate on the Mets? Like I'm obligated. or as I like to call them, the Lolmets. Like it like if we're gonna hate on that, can we hate on that instead? But honestly, no hating though. No hating. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But actually one thing I did wanna because I made a comment about this earlier, but let me pull it up because I honestly do not remember how many more total. I know I'm doing almost all of them, or all of them. Um, but I believe we have 6 more Prospect League streams for this season of Prospect League, but let me double check. Or actually, wow, I don't know how to count. After tonight, we have 4 more Prospect League streams after tonight. Um, this Friday night, I'll have co-pilot in the booth with me again. Chadwick will be back. So it'll be me and him Friday night. All Prospect League streams are at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But I believe Chadwick is joining me in the booth for all of them up to the playoffs, which I'm gonna be give you all the heads up now, especially if you're in the US like me. Um the final Prospect League playoffs is slated for the day after US Thanksgiving. Or if you're a shopper, you would know it as Black Friday. Um, so just as a heads up in that regard, in case you all want to see who ends up winning the season of Prospect League. Last season it was the East Mounties. Which one of these 4 teams continues on in Prospect League to next season? We'll have 3 new team names and new prospects to look at. But early scoring in both games. We have a 3-1 game here as Wellerman hits a gapper into right center field to lead off the bottom of the second. So runner at second base, as that's popped up in the infield, order resets to the top of the order. First of all, okay, so my question to your question is, why are you buying a second toaster? Why do you need 2 toasters? Because obviously you're not replacing it, or else you just say replacing your toaster. And also, I sure hope you going I sure hope you going through all the chaos that is Black Friday for more than just a toaster. I hope you got more things on the list, and hopefully more fun than a toaster. Although I will say this, and I saw this happen too, and it's still funny to this day to me. Even though it was funnier because I was in high school when this happened, but high school me still thought it was funny. Adult me thinks it's funny as hell. But we went to. I'm from Hawaii. Is That's the other thing I kind of outed myself on the starting screen. And we went Black Friday shopping. I still have pictures somewhere. I'll have to go look for it. Oh, he's gonna go home on the air. Oh man, fumble bumble at third base brings in another run. It's 4-1. Um, I went to get a TV, and I had 2 friends come with me, and one of them's mom told him go get towels, like dish towels. They were like $5 for a packet. And we went to, because it was one of those items, it was on, if you've ever gone Black Friday shopping, it was one of those deals where it's on the pallet, and they have to, at a certain time they got to tear it off, and then everybody just ransacks it. So that's where these dish towels were. And so we go over there, and they're tearing it off. He grabs a dish towel. Little old lady, I'm talking like in her 70s or 80s, elbows him in the stomach and takes the towels from him. Oh man, it was like $5 towels. Like, why are we resorting to violence for $5 dish towels? Oh man, there's some crazy things that happen on Black Friday. The best part is morning coffee at Starbucks. The worst part is waiting in line for morning coffee at Starbucks when you have a whole day of waiting in line ahead of you. But y'all enjoy spending your loads of money. I'm probably not going to be participating this year. There's always next year. Yeah, yep. Or ordering on or the Walmart app, which is exactly what I got. Um, Disclaimer: PBE not sponsored by Walmart. Oh man. And besides, I'm working that day anyways, so that's gonna be a fun. Oh man, after Thanksgiving is gonna be so much fun. So we have obviously Prospect League playoffs is that Friday. The night after that is the minor league draft. So all you wonderful people will get to know what teams you will be on the day after that. So the Saturday of US Thanksgiving. It is a Saturday night stream. Just to give you all a heads up. I have not set a time yet. I'm the one doing that stream as well. As I do most of the streaming in the off season. The only stream I do not do in the off well, the only two streams I do not do in the off season as that'll bring in yet another run. So Winton will get the run in on the fielder's choice as is now 5-1 North. The only two streams I don't do is the majors draft, which the wonderful, lovely AJ does that, and the Tahini. Our lovely commissioner, Hummus God's baby, as I like to call it. Like that. That is his one event, and I love it every season. It's amazing. Can't wait for y'all to watch the Tahini. Um, that's going to be fun. Those are the only two streams I don't do in the off season. I do all the other ones, including the awards, as Shabadoo hits that way gone. Dinger time, 416 feet. And the West get a run on the board. It's now 5-2. Meanwhile, out of town scoreboard top six, South leading 2-1 over the East. As Hartman will get on base, so one out. Oh, Lordy, no, I do not work retail anymore. Um, oh no, 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 no. I work from home. I work from home. Um, Now don't get me wrong, I'd love to have Black Friday off regardless of what I do. But thankfully, I'm spending zero of my time. And this is actually gonna be the first Black Friday I'm not in a retail store in, oh my gosh, a very long time actually. In my last employment, I just so happened to work for a company that was located in a Walmart. I didn't work for Walmart, just so happened they were located in it. Um, so this is gonna be my first time not having to deal with any of that day after Thanksgiving. So I'm excited. I'm not one. I don't like chaotic things like that. So I'm very thankful for that. Still got a decently close game. This from 5-2. Meanwhile, South and East, it's still 2-1 in the bottom of the seventh. So stretch time in this one, it is 5-2 North with the lead. Just make sure I'm not getting pinged by anybody important. Even though it's Prospect League, I sure hope there's nothing important that I'm missing. And that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So heading to the eighth, 5-2 in favor of the North. One of three Scott Sterling related names in the Prospect League. Scott Stelling on the mound in relief. Puts the West down in order 1-2-3. Meanwhile, East have tied it up. It is 2-all against the South in the bottom of the eighth. So top of the order for the North as Martinez will strike out. And it all comes down to these final three outs for the West. They need to get at least 3 runs on the board. Bringing up Tanner Colpitts, who is beaned to start off the inning. So leadoff runner on for Jethro Gibbs. And that's going to be, misplayed in center field. And they're going to hold the runner at third. The tying run's going to come to the plate. Runners at second and third, no outs for Schneemann. Swing and a miss as they bring in Hashiater. 1 out for Ketchum. Base hit. A run's going to score. They're going to send the second run's misplayed in right field as well. 5-4 North, tying run at second base. 1 out for Jose. Oh, it gets away. The tying run's 90 feet away. Fly ball, is that going to be deep enough? No. Final out for Jonalis. Ground ball, and that will do it. Oh my goodness. West almost pulled off the comeback. Oh man. What a crazy, crazy top of the ninth. 5-4 North hang on for the win. For the West, slammed off going 1 for 4. Hartman 2 for 3. Jose got a couple hits in the game as well. For the North, let's see. Winton going 1 for 4 with an RBI. Wellerman going 1 for 3. McIntosh will go to 4-0. Stelling will get the hold. Hashiater the save. Jimmy Grappolo will take the loss. Luther McIntosh is your player of the game. And I forgot to keep track of, so the game was not tied after the fourth. So the Nose ended up getting it. So let me go ahead and pay out that prediction real quick before I forget. So the Nose will take it. And that will lead us to our prediction for our next stream game, which is going to be, I believe it's East versus the West. Double check real quick. Yep, East versus West. We'll do over under on this one. So we're gonna do over under 7.5 runs, East versus the West. Man, I don't think anybody has 2.5 million channel points. If they do, I really want to know. Really curious about that. But that prediction is up. East versus the West is our next streamed game. So get out of this. East and South were tied at 2 when this game ended. Who ends up getting the win? And it went to extras. South wins it on a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th. William McDowell walk-off solo home run to give the South the win. For the East, Codroo going 1 for 4. I McFish 1 for 5. Giel going 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. For the South, Catch 1 for 4. And Hector Roca getting a walk as well. For the pitching, Cranepool got the hold, Smith the blown save, Charlie Zhu will take the win, and Mikey Weiser will take the loss. Bill Pitt is the player of the game. Go ahead and save that. I believe the next 2 days are quick sim days. Yeah, so we're gonna have some quick sim days before we get to the final 2 games of tonight's stream. So let's go finish. So West and the North. West will get the win 6-1. For the West, Grand Slam Dolph 0 for 3, but got a walk and a run scored. John Lewis getting a RBI. Jose getting a hit in this one. As for the North, Winton going 1 for 3. Wellerman 0 for 2, got a run scored though. For the pitching, Matthews the win, Taylor the loss. Pee Wee Matthews is your player of the game. East and the South. South will take the win 4-2. For the East, Codroo going 1 for 5 with a run. I McFish going 1 for 4. Giel going 1 for 2. Codroo getting an extra base hit with it being a double and a stolen base. Be curious to see if he stole third or home. I wish it would say which base he stole on the box score. For the South, Tiger Dawson 2 for 3, a double and a solo home run. A catch 2 for 4 with a run scored. And Hector Roca 1 for 4 with a run scored as well. Stevens will take the win, Peters loss, and 1984 will get the save. Merlin Stevens is your player of the game. Oh, Mike's been around the block. Mike's been around the block. I can see Mike dropping. Did he drop 60,000 on a? I can see him dropping 60,000 on a prediction last night. PBE playoff streams always bring out stuff like that. I'd be interested to see what happens tomorrow night with AJ. I believe Chadwick is in the booth with him tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong on that. I'll double check that as we're wrapping up the stream. But we got one more day of quick sims, I believe, and then we get into our next streamed matchup. So East and the South. East will take the win 10-3. Codroo 2 for 5, 2 runs and 3 RBIs on the night. I McFish 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. One of those hits being a double. And then Giel 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 walks. For the South, Dawson 1 for 4 with an RBI. Catch went 1 for 5. And then Hector Roca 1 for 3 with a walk. Tipton will get the win. Will Millis the loss. And Lucas Jameson, player of the game. West and the North. And it's going to be another extra innings game. It's going to be 2-1 in favor of the North on another walk-off. This time, Jonas Martinez, a walk-off home run. For the West, John Lewis 1 for 4. Um, and then looks like for the North, Scotty Sterling 1 for 3 with an RBI. Winton going 2 for 4 with a run scored, and Wellerman 1 for 3. For the pitching, Hashiater will get the win, and Bentley the loss. Zia Shirazi will be your player of the game. Yeah, you're right, Dynamic. So in your first full season, you can in your rookie season, you can only get the rookie equipment. The following season, you can go in and buy the Hall of Fame equipment if you have the money. So yes, you are correct. And that brings us to our next stream game, East versus the West. Jack Nitro Italian solo on the mound. First time getting to see the East tonight. Players on the East, Cod Ruru, I McFish, Dazengil, and then Jack Nitro, the starting pitcher. And then we've obviously have seen the West already tonight. Yes, it's always. I mean, this is. I mean, there's never a bad time to create a player, but I mean, this is the best time to create a player to make things a little bit more smoother for you, the player, I guess, depending. Um, but we do have the over under at 7.5, over under 7.5. Before I go in and close the prediction. And then for those who don't know, I know I've mentioned this a few times. If you've not done so yet, definitely make sure you do the exclamation Twitch form. Just fill out that form, put in your PBE username so they can. So if you ever cash out, the mods know which PBE user to give money to. If you've already done the form, you don't need to do it again. But just in case for those who are new, don't forget to do that, or else you're going to redeem points and you're never going to get paid. And I definitely want you to get paid. But I'll go ahead and close this prediction. We got some good points in on this one. I'm going to assume Fetty bid the over because he's always bid the over. So yeah, so um, up top, or not up top, but scroll up just a little bit to fill out this form to get. So that's when you redeem. So when you redeem your points, if you redeem 10,000 Twitch points and use that reward, um, make sure you do that Twitch form so then that way they know how to pay you out. Unless it's a 5 to 1. Eh, all right, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. All right. We got some play. So we got this. So let's go ahead and get on into this one. Our first look at the East, our second to last matchup on tonight's stream before we get back at it again on Friday night. Let's get on into it. Kadwaru to the plate, facing Italian Solo. We're back. We're back in Arizona. I hope somebody hits a homer in the tub. As Ruru will ground it third base side for out number one. Jameson will bloop that into center field. So 1 out single for Jameson brings up Mitchie Mantle. Ground ball, they're only gonna get 1. So fielder's choice, Lightning McQueen, deep center, off the wall. Runner's going to head home from first and will score. So an RBI double for McQueen and the East strike first, 1-0. And now Jigglesworth, line drive right field. They're going to send the runner from second. Throw to the plate is not in time. RBI single for Jigglesworth, and it's now 2-0 in favor of the East. Swing and a miss by Barrow will retire the side. 2-0 East strike first as we head to the home half of the first. And it'll be Kirk Schneeman facing off against Jack Nitro. Ground balls to the shortstop. 1 away now for Ketchum. Fly ball center field. Caught for out number 2. 2 outs now for Jose. Ground ball gets the out at first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the West. So 2-0 East as Press Duckley will check swing. No, he went around. So out number 1 here in the second. And now I McFish. Fly ball center field. Caught it by the left fielder, 2 away. As Giel will take it inside for ball 4. Walked on 4 straight. Order resets to Ruru. Base hit to center field. Runner goes to third and is safe. So runners in the corners for Jameson. That's a base hit to left. That's going to score a run. So East tack on another. It's 3-0. Mitchie Mantle to the plate now with 2 outs. And that's a base hit up the middle. That's going to score another run. So another run will score. It's 4-0 East with runners in the corners and 2 outs for Lightning McQueen. Oh, that's a hit deep to left, and it's gone. Dinger time for Lightning McQueen, and this game has turned on its head quickly. 7-0 East on the three-run home run by McQueen. And that immediately a call to the pen. It's going to be Dax Murphy facing Jigglesworth, who's going to beat out the throw. It's going to be an infield single. As Barrow with a ground ball, they get the force at second to retire the side finally, but the East put up a 5 spot as we get another raid. Dr. D, welcome on in, friends, as we are doing some Prospect League. It's a little too high. That's going to be caught off the bat of Jonalis as we're doing some Prospect League tonight. Different programming for the PBE. All the players you see here without an asterisks next to their names are players that are created by actual people. They are all waiting to hear their name called in the minors draft, which for this particular season of PBE will be the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend. So it's always a good time to join. Hope your stream went well, Dr. D. Always nice seeing you. Hope all is well. But yeah, great time to join if you are ever interested. I always recommend the Discord link. One other thing as well, real quick, because I really try to do this. So there's some streams that are missing, but I do try to put the VODs on the PB YouTube channel. The link is there. In case you missed some action, you want to go back and watch some more. This game has turned into quite a rout early on. 7-0. Oh, great web gem at short by Mantle. And that's a liner to the first baseman off the bat of Colpitts. Gibbs will ground to the shortstop, and that will retire the side. 9 up, 9 down for Jack Nitro as we head to the fourth. And it's going to be Lucas Jameson leading off with a gapper into right center field. Oh, he's going to go for 3, and it's a leadoff triple. And now Mitchie Mantle caught looking strike 3. One out. Runner at third for Lightning McQueen. Oh, line drive left field. Got over the wall and gone. Dinger time for the second time tonight for Lightning McQueen. And it's now 9-0 East. 5 RBIs on the night for Lightning McQueen. Or actually, I beg your pardon, I believe it's 6 RBIs on the night. He also brought in a run back in the first. As Barrow will get aboard with a base hit. Fly ball left field, but that one's not going to be deep enough. So one away runner or two-way runner first for Duckley, caught looking strike 3, and the side is retired. Another crooked number for the East. 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Meanwhile, out of town scoreboard North are trailing the South 5-0 in the top of the fourth. As Schneemann fouls out for out number 1. Ketchum will ground out 2 away. Jose blooped it into left field, and that'll be the first hit of the game for the West. Line drive to right, and that's caught for out number 1. And thank you for reminding me. I might as well go pay out that prediction right now. I was going to put 8.5, but even that would have been over. So overs definitely get it for sure. So let me go pay that out real quick. Fly ball to left, and that is caught. So 2 outs for Kadweru, grounded out. And we are at the halfway point. It's 9-0 in favor of the East. All you got to do, if you've not done this yet, all you have to do is fill out that Twitch form with your PBE name, and that'll get you paid. That's all you got to do, and you only got to do it one time. So if you do it tonight, you don't got to worry about it thereafter. So basically, in other words, you don't have to do it every time you redeem. I am going to try to get a quickie. I'm going to try to get a quickie prediction, and hopefully the game won't advance too quickly. I'm going to try my best. Will a run score in the ninth? Will a run score in the ninth? I'm going to try to set this for like 2 minutes and hope that that's enough time. So you guys get a bonus prediction. Meanwhile, it's 6-0 South on the out-of-town scoreboard as Lightning McQueen is on base yet again here in this game, top of the 6th. Jigglesworth down line. That's a fair ball. That's going to bring in another run. They're going to hold the runner at third base. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Now Boog Barrow. Ball gets away. That's going to bring in another run, and it's now 11-0. Ground ball. They're going to hold the runner. Throw to first is in time. So 2 outs now for Duckley. Fly ball center field. That's extra bases off the wall. That's going to score another run. It's 12-0 East. Runner at second base, 2 outs for I. McFish. And that's a base hit up the middle. They're going to send the runner home from second. Throw to the plate's not in time, and it's now 13-0. East continuing to put up the crooked numbers in this one as Giel will strike out to finally retire the side again. 4 more runs in the top of the 6th. And it's now 13-0 East, and Tanner Colpitt's leading off. Line drive down the right field line, and that is gone just over the wall. Dinger time for Tanner Colpitts. So no shutout tonight. West get on the board. It's now 13-1. And that'll bring up Jethro Gibbs. Fly ball center field playable. And caught for out number 1. Schneemann will hit a base hit to right field. So runner aboard, 1 out for Ketchum. Runner going, throw to second is not in time. So runner in scoring position, one out. Fly ball center field. Caught for out number two, and they're going to advance him to third base for Jose, who will get a base hit to left, and that brings in another run. It's now 13-2. Jose going for second. He's going to get the stolen base. As Journalist will strike out to retire the side. And the West put up 2 runs as we head to the 7th. It's 13-2 in favor of the East, and top of the order for the East in Cod Ruru, who lines a base hit to right field. So leadoff single for Ruru, and now Lucas Jameson, ground ball. There's one. They're not going to turn 2. So runner first with 1 out for Mantle. Ground ball to second again. They get again a fielder's choice. So runner remains at first with 2 outs for McQueen. Lines it right back to the pitcher. And the side is retired. It is stretch time. East leading 13-2. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Slamdolf will ground it to the third baseman for out number 1. Shabadoo pops it up in the infield. Caught by the shortstop, 2 outs. Hartman is beaned. So the bottom of the 7th will continue, bring up Colpitts. Base hit to left, and that will be runners at first and second. 2 outs for Jethro Gibbs. Fly ball to right field, playable and caught to retire the side. 13-2 East as we head to the 8th. Bottom of the 7th on the out of town, South with a 10-0 lead. As Jigglesworth will hit a base hit to center field to lead off the top of the 8th. Now Boog Barrow, base hit to right field. So runners at first and second, no outs for Press Duckley. Fly ball center field, and that is caught for out number 1. Runners at first, second, 1 out for I. McFish. Base hit to right. They're going to send the runner from second. Throw to the plate is not in time. Another RBI on the night for I. McFish, and it's now 14-2 East up front as Giel will strike out for out number 2. Order resets now to Cod Ruru. Another base hit down the left field line. That's going to bring in another run. It is now 15-2 East, and they get the runner at home trying to score another run, so the inning will end, but the run will count. The second run will not. So 2 runs in the top of the 8th, 15-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th, and Schneeman will ground out to the second baseman for out number 1. Ketchum's going to beat that one out as that will be an infield single. New pitcher now, Mike Kinsella, ground ball. They're going to get the fielder's choice. 2 outs for Journalist, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. The West will not get a run on the board here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th. It's 15-2. New pitcher on the bump, Kylo Wren, as Jameson will ground out for out number 1. Mantle with a fly ball to right, and that is caught. 2 away now in the 9th. McQueen will take a walk. Inning will continue for Jigglesworth. Ground ball, and that's bobbled at first base. So runners at first and second now for Barrow. Grounder to the third base side. They get him out at first, and the side is retired. Bottom of the 9th. 15-2 East. It'll be Grand Slamdolf leading off against Kinsella. Ground ball to the shortstop. 1 away. Shabadoo will pop it up to center field for the second out, and Hartman will line it to the center fielder, and this game is over as the East rout the West on this night. 15-2 was your final. Everybody gets on base. everybody got on base for the East. Ruru going 3 for 6 with an RBI and a run scored. Lightning McQueen 3 for 4, 2 walks, 4 runs, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs for the East. Jigglesworth got 5 hits. I McFish 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs on the night, brought the batting average up to 303 so far in Prospect League. For the West, Jose got a couple hits. Um, but outside of that, the West got shut down for the most part in this particular game. Nitro will get the win, Solo the loss. Lightning McQueen tied the Prospect League regular season game record for runs with 4. Jigglesworth tied the regular season game record for hits with 5. So more additions to the record books for this one. And the answer to the prediction, the final prediction was no. A run will not score in the ninth inning. So let me go ahead, get that paid out to y'all. So we got one game left on streaming for the Prospect League. And it is going to be, I believe it should be North versus South. And it is. So I'm very tempted. There's one prediction I want to do, but I'm not going to do it because I don't believe the person's here watching, so I'm not going to do it. But we'll just keep it simple. Who wins? Just to finish out the stream tonight, we're going to keep it simple. But it's going to be North versus the South. But we do have another box score to look at. South blew out the North in this one 10-0. Scotty Sterling 1 for 3. And then Winton going 2 for 4 for the North. For the South, Tiger Dawson 1 for 4, 2 runs scored, RBI, and was a solo home run. Catch going 1 for 4 with a hit with an RBI. Hector Roca 2 for 3 with a run, RBI, and a walk. Harris Rodriguez will take the win. Bakugo the loss. Harris Rodriguez is your player of the game. So so this is the game that I was really hoping I would find an opportunity for one particular matchup to happen and to be able to see it on the stream, and I got my wish. I got my wish. Um, there was an opportunity where would have a stream game with a created player pitcher, and the opposing pitcher is Scott Sterling, and it's against the North. So I get to see one matchup I really want to see, and that is Scott Sterling, the old Swifties pitcher, facing off against prospect Scotty Sterling. So I got my wish. I got my wish. This is the final game of the stream tonight. We do have that prediction up. Who wins? North or the South? North or the South? Give you all another minute or two to do that prediction or to major it. Oh my gosh, wager in that prediction. Oh, don't forget this Sterling is with an I. So there is a difference. Now the only other thing that I need is a cove. Not only for my sake, but just so Enoch can have a good draft. Because I mean, Enoch, it's a running joke. Enoch is the keeper of the coves. Oh, did somebody go on big bet? Just curious. Okay, so I know Attica is in the chat. I saw Wildcat do a wager. I know you all ain't here to mod. Um, I'm only asking because I'd love to put points in this prediction, but I haven't been able to because I'm because then nobody would be able to pay out the predictions. So Attica or Wildcat or any other mods that may have snuck in. Anybody near like a PC? Okay, so okay, so you can pay it out then for me, friend? If I wager? I just don't want to wager and then not be able to pay it out. That's the only thing. Thank you. Thank you. Because I already know where I want to put my points. I want I mean, and if I lose, it's somebody's gonna hate me in a minute. Well, kind of. I mean, I'm not gonna sway it too much. Yes, I do want to participate. I do want to participate. Thank you. Make it a little bit more even. See, I was accused. It's funny because I was accused of leaning towards the north at the very beginning of this stream. I ain't gonna name names. I'm not gonna name names, but I was informed that I was swayed to, I believe the words was I'm a secret North fan. Oh no, he's proven. Ah, oh man, I love y'all chat tonight. Y'all are spicy in chat tonight, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Uh all right. Let's I'm let's get into it. I'm excited. I get to see I don't even have to wait that long. It's gonna happen in the first inning. Scotty Sterling batting second in the lineup. So I only have to wait one batter to get my wish. But Attica, if you want to go ahead and close that prediction, I greatly appreciate you, sir. Hope you had a good vacation and welcome back. Glad to see you made it back safely. Let's get into it. It's going to be Jonas Martinez at the plate facing Scott Sterling. As oh, it looks like we picked. Why did we? Hmm. Listen, I don't know if Punk's still up. It's his bedtime. But first, Scotty Sterling is going to get extra bases off of Scott Sterling. 4-pitch double. As that's going to be a fly ball off the bat of France Jr. I'm so confused why the South team is playing in Toronto. Um, Toronto's not a South team. Zelensky will fly out for out number 3. And that's going to be a base hit to the right center field gap. And Dawson's going to hustle his way for a double as Catch will strike out for out number 1. Ground ball, second base side off the bat of Gordon, moves the runner to third for Colton James, who hits a base hit to left. That's going to bring in Dawson. South strike first, 1-0. Hingle McCringleberry with a line drive to left. So runners at first and second, 2 outs for Harrison. And that is caught in shallow center. South get a run on the board, though. It's 1-0 as we head to the second. Patrick Lindsay now. Ground ball to the shortstop, 1 out. Base hit off the bat of Bloom, and it'll be runner first with 1 out. Was that a I was looking at chat for a moment, was that a balk? I saw the runner go to second, but no throw, as that is going to score the run. Winton with an RBI single. And now Bradley Wellerman with a ground ball there, and they're going to go around the horn for the double play. But the North strike and get a run on the board. We tie it up 1-all as we head to the bottom of the second. Oh, it was a wild pitch. Thank you. I was looking at chat and I just saw a runner going. I was like, oh man, I hope that was a balk. I wish, man, bunts and balks are fun. As Ty France Jr. beats that one out. Hector Roca is going to beat that one out too. Back to back infield singles. Top of the order now for Dawson. And that is crushing. That's way gone. Dinger time. 3-run slam for Tiger Dawson. 6th home run of Prospect League, and it's now 4-1 South. As Catch will strike out for out number 2. I missed to see how far that one was. I mean, it was a no-doubter. Like, I looked at the left fielder, and he did not even take a step, as Gordon will strike out to end the inning. But the South, with a 3-run homer by Tiger Dawson, lead it 4-1 as we head to the third. Barclay down the right field line. That's going to go all the way to the corner. Leadoff double for Barclay. Top of the order now for Jonas Martinez. Fly ball center field. That is caught for out number 1. Let's see what Scotty Sterling can do against Scott Sterling again. And that is a fly ball deep left. Oh, caught at the wall. Oh, by inches. Runner goes to third. France Jr. is going to fly out to center field, and they will leave the runner stranded. And it still remains 4-1. And now Colton James grounds it to the second baseman for out number 1. Ground ball to the shortstop by McCringleberry. 2 away. Harrison fly ball right field. That'll be caught for out number 3. And the South go down in order 1, 2, 3. We head to the fourth. 4-1 lead remains for the South. Out of town scoreboard hanging into the fourth as well. In that one, East with the 1-0 lead. Zielinski will lead off the fourth with a base hit. Brings up Patrick Lindsay. Fly ball left field, but it's not going to be deep enough. 1 away. And Bloom is going to be walked. So runners at first and second with 1 out for Winton. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 away. Now brings up Bradley Wellerman. And that is going to be caught on the run in shallow left center. And they will leave him stranded. Leading off the bottom of the fourth will be Jazz Tyra. And it's going to be caught in shallow right for out number 1. McDowell is going to be walked with 1 away, bringing up Hector Roca. Right in front of home plate, they're going to get the runner at second, but not the runner at first. So runner first, 2 outs for Dawson, who will ground out, and that will end the bottom of the fourth. And it'll be Barclay leading off against Sterling, and he's going to get beamed to lead off the fifth. Top of the order for Martinez, who will ground it back to the pitcher, only plays at first. So runner at second, 1 out for Scotty Sterling. To center field, caught on the run, throw to third is not in time. So runner third, 2 outs for France Jr., who will ground it right to the first baseman, take it unassisted to end the top of the fifth. We're halfway through this one. 4-1 in favor of the South. Meanwhile, on the out of town, 3-0 East in the top of the fifth. Catch will beat out the throw infield single lead off the bottom of the fifth. And Gordon is going to be walked. So, first two runners are aboard for the South. James will strike out for out number one. And now bring up Hingle McCringleberry. Line drive to left. That falls in for a base hit. Everybody checked up. So it's going to be bases loaded with one out for Winston Harrison. Fly ball to center that should be deep enough to bring in a runner. And it will. So runners in the corners with two outs on the sac fly by Harrison. 5-1 in favor of the South. And now Jazz Tyra, grounded to the second baseman, gets to first in time to end the inning. 5-1 South as we head to the sixth, and it'll be Zielinski leading off. Fly ball, and that's caught in shallow right. One away. Ground ball back to the pitcher off the bat of Lindsay. Two outs, brings up Bloom, who will hit it to the center fielder, and the North will go down in order. 1, 2, 3. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, be McDowell leading off. New pitcher for the North and Al Duggar. Fly ball center field caught. One away. Hector Roca with a fly ball to right resets the order. Dawson grounds to the first baseman unassisted, and the South go down 1, 2, 3. 5-1 lead for the South as we head to the seventh. East and West in the bottom of the sixth. It's 3-2 now. So that game looking very interesting in the bottom of the sixth as Winton will lead off with a base hit into center field. Brings up Wellerman, who will strike out for out number one. New pitcher, Charlie Zhu, pitching to Barclay, who will hit a fly ball center field for out number two. Top of the order now, and Jonas Martinez. Fly ball center field caught for out number three, as it is stretch time in this one. 5-1 South with the lead. Catch leading off. And that's down the line. That's fair ball to the corner. Catch is going to be leading it off with a double. And now Robert Gordon, base hit up the middle. That's going to, no, they're going to hold him at third base. So it'll be runners in the corners, no outs for Colton James. Ground ball, there's one. They're not going to turn two. RBI fielder's choice. 6-1. Now in favor of the South is McCringleberry opposite field and is caught at the wall. So two outs now, and Hashiater, new pitcher from the pen. Harrison with the base hit to left. Fly ball, foul ground, that is caught off the bat of Tyra, and the side is retired. South had another run on the board. It is now 6-1. As we head to the top of the eighth, and Scotty Sterling. Fly ball center field, that's going to be caught for out number one. Ty France Jr. will swing and miss for strike three. Two away. And now Jaden Zielinski. Ground ball to the second baseman, gets to first in time, and it's a 1, 2, 3 inning. East, meanwhile, added a big insurance run in the top of the eighth in the out of town. They lead it 4-2 in the bottom of the eighth. McDowell will swing and miss for strike three to lead off the bottom of the eighth. And now Hector Roca. Grounded to the second baseman, two outs. Now Tiger Dawson, fly ball center field caught for out number three. And it's a 1, 2, 3 inning as we head to the top of the ninth. Comeback time for the North. It's going to be Lindsay leading off. And that's going to be caught. Oh, no, it dropped it. Oh, he dropped it. Bumble in right field. Lindsay is aboard. Bloom with a base hit to center field, and the first two runners are aboard for the North. And now Winton will be caught looking strike three. So one out now for Wellerman. Fly ball center field. That one is caught for the second out. Down to their final out. New pitcher Duke Smith facing Barclay. Ground ball. They get the force at second. And this game is over as the South will win it 6-1. Take a look at the box score. Scotty Sterling 1 for 4. Winton 2 for 4 with an RBI. For the South, Tiger Dawson 2 for 5, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, all in that 3-run home run back in the second inning. Hector Roca also going 1 for 4 with a run scored as well. And Catch 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, including a double. Scott Sterling will get the win. McIntosh the loss. Tiger Dawson, player of the game. I did not know Toronto's field had a roof. I'm gonna have to message Rabbit and be like, I didn't know y'all's stadium had a roof. Sure don't look like it had a roof. I kid, I kid, I kid. East and the West, East ended up hanging on to the win 4-2. Codwaroo 1 for 4 with a run scored. I McFish 2 for 4. I McFish on a tear. 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a double and a home run. Third home run of the Prospect League for McFish. For the West, Jose going 2 for 4 with a run scored. Grand Slam Dolph 1 for 4, RBI double. Hartman 1 for 3 with a walk. Bill Pitt will get the win. Jimmy G will take the loss. Catch the save. Bill Pitt is your player of the game. And that is it for tonight's Prospect League. First of all, let's look at the standings. We talked about this earlier. Not much has changed. Not much has changed. 4 games separates first from last. I mean, any team still has a chance at this point. I mean, West lost 3 in a row. But the East have won 3 in a row. I mean, it's a barn burner. It's a barn burner so far. Let's take a look at the league. Let's take a look at some stats. Codwaroo leading Prospect League currently in batting average with 368. Colton James has 13 home runs. Wow. Um, Tiger Dawson 6 home runs in the top 5. Codwaroo 6 on the leaderboard for RBIs with 16. On base percentage, Codwaroo and I McFish in the top 6 for on base. For slugging, looks like Tiger Dawson is in the top 6 on that. For WAR, Codwaroo 5th so far for batter WAR. Also leads Prospect League in hits. In fact, he's 6 hits ahead of second place Scotty Sterling, 5th on that leaderboard as well. Dawson leading in doubles with 7. Stolen bases. Grand Slam Dolph on the list with 5. And I believe that's everything on this one. Let's take a look at pitching. Harris Rodriguez leading Prospect League in ERA with 3.12. McIntosh and Solo. And also Nitro showing up on the wins list. Solo, first one to 5 wins. We do have some relievers. I don't. Catch is technically getting some save opportunities. Eddie Catch, tie for the league lead in saves. Pitcher WAR 0.6 goes to Rodriguez and Solo. Let's see. What about strikeouts? Strikeouts, Rodriguez and McIntosh and Bakugo, all in the top five. I know some people like R War over Pitcher War. Harris Rodriguez and McIntosh leading the way on R War. And also in case for anybody who likes Babbitt, looks like Rodriguez and McIntosh are leading in Babbitt as well. I see catch on the leaderboard as well for holds for our relievers in the prospect league. I will open it. I don't usually do this just because I don't know when the index will be updated. So I will open the floor to any prospects who have. I know that we have a few in chat. I'm open to spending a few minutes. If any of you wonderful prospects in chat want to see more about your player, if there's anything you're curious about, before we put a nice little bow on this stream tonight. While I wait on for any responses on that, just to give you all a hint of what's coming up. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, it'll be AJ in the booth for the semifinals of the playoffs. I don't know if he has a co-host. I don't see it on the sheet, so maybe he has a co-host tomorrow night. I don't know if it's technically official. But that's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then Saturday, or actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. This coming Friday, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, more Prospect League action. It'll be me and Chadwick in the booth. And then on Saturday, this Saturday, World Series Day, doubleheader PBE action on a Saturday. It's going to be the Miners World Series that Saturday. And then also, sorry, Saturday morning or early afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern looks like is the time for the Miners World Series with Rabbit Sponge. And then I see Air Crew signed up for the Majors World Series. I do not see a time for that yet. Usually the Majors World Series is a well, night in US time zones. um, so no time set on that. And then more Prospect League action the following Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, myself and Chadwick. And then we head into off season. I don't know when the tahini is happening. I know sometimes it happens off season week, sometimes it happens spring training week. Stay tuned. Hummus will announce that. But that's what we got coming up as far as streams go. What is okay? So I mean, we could take a look. What is Wellerman's War? Let's take a look. Oh gosh, right now, negative point 0.1. So you were technically right. But again, we still got some time. In fact, let's look at the schedule here. Where's the oh yeah, I guess there's technically no all-star break in Prospect League, technically speaking. Um, but we are almost halfway through it. I always forget how many games there are in a season of Prospect League. But I don't see any other requests or comments. I'm being pinged. Is this important? Oh, not anything I'm gonna say on a stream. Okay. Let's speaking of streams and stuff, let me go ahead and let me see who we got to raid tonight. Is there any raid opportunities? While I anxiously try to clean out my computer, I suppose. Oh boy. Oh, do I really? Hang on, before I do, I may want to rock someone's world, but before I do that, let me just see if there's anybody streaming OTP before I do so. Nope. Okay. So we don't. I mean, on my personal channel, I always raid this particular user. Thing, and we don't really have rules on who not to raid. So we're gonna raid into a fun streamer that I like. Um, Listen, this is my so it's either this or I have my MacBook, and if my PC breaks and I can't stream, that's a big bad thing. So, oh man, I hope there's nothing really bad going on with my PC. I've just never had to go into recovery mode like that before. We're gonna raid on into a good. I love this person's streams. They usually stream OOTP on Saturday nights. This is not Saturday nights. They're doing something else. They're doing Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. We're gonna be raiding into a good friend of mine. We're gonna be raiding into Ripley the Oriole. I can tell you right now, Ripley's a very interesting individual. Hopefully, y'all will like Ripley. But with that being said, friends, I had a blast tonight, even though we had a little bit of a hiccup. Appreciate y'all working with me on that, and hopefully, y'all had fun. Um, I've had so much fun doing Prospect League. I'll see you all on Friday night. Um, for more Prospect League and hopefully no crashing and no resimming or anything like that. If your team's still in the playoffs, good luck to your teams. I know the team that I GM is not in it, but the team that I play for is still in it. So good luck to anybody who's still in the playoffs. All the best to you all. But I'm gonna take a step back. My time is up. Be kind to one another, friends. I had a blast. More PBE action this week. Let's go say hi to Ripley. I'll see you all later. Have a good night.